Hello YouTube Minecrafters, this is the Shadow 20. After making that spider spawner I had for grinding out XP, I decided I was going to make a lazy way of getting there and getting back and such. So I'm here at my sky farm. I come here for everything, and I found out that it's not very far. That shaft, or that pillar right there, happens to be right down where the control room is for the spider spawner. And I'll talk about different parts of this as I go along. One thing I'm going to talk about, I guess, right off the bat is that you notice that there's a wall of water going down that way. That is so that way Endermen don't go stealing blocks against the side of my stealing blocks against it. With all that water there, I'm hoping that they just simply are unable to get close enough or reach through the water and steal the blocks, and since they are prevalent in stealing everything else. So, without further ado, to get there, you simply just drop down in the water here, and you don't have to push any keys on the keyboard. Don't have to do anything with your mouse. Just sit here and enjoy the ride. The water will push you all the way there. It's like a horizontal escalator. It just kind of goes along. And building this is quite simple. As you notice that as I go along, I step up onto a half slab, and right before the half slab there's a sign. So what happens is I put the water source on top of the half slab and the sign right behind it to keep the water pushing forward. And then I let it go until the water stops, and then I put a half slab, sign back behind it, drop a pail of water, and go to where it goes to the next spot. Now up ahead here, I realize that it's possible or plausible that zombies and creepers and stuff like that could fall into the same trench and wash to where they're going. So actually this continues to go. I'm going to hold back right here. It continues to keep going and then drops off the end way back over there. At the end is where it washes off, and then there's a very steep drop all the way down to the ground, and you will die. Instead, if you're just kind of lazily just walking along, there happens to be a hole right there. That's why I'm holding back right now. And this hole, as a player, you will just naturally just drop through. Now, it is a fall. We are going quite a long ways down. And there's a little bit of glitch there with the sound as I made the trip. And it's a long way down. And what I've done is I put, actually there's 3 water sources sitting on top of that sign. So that way I'm actually making the big fall and then falling through some water sources, and then I'm standing here and I take absolutely no damage whatsoever. And I happen to pop out right here to where I have my spider spawners. There's one over there and one over there, and the other one's down underground, if you've watched my other video. And I kind of walled off the workings of this a bit, so that way it's pretty cleaned up. And there's the switch there for the one, and here's the switch for the other. To let them crawl up this direction and do the thing. But I'm not here talking about that. I already got a video on that. Now to get back up, it's quite simple. I'm basically gonna stop talking on the go. Well, no, I'm not. I'm just gonna go ahead and start going up here. I'm gonna talk about it. Okay, I just stepped into it, and I did nothing more than just step in, and now I'm not touching the keyboard or the mouse, and it's pushed me around. Now to build this, it's quite simple. It's literally just a 3x3 shaft going all the way up with the center post has the signs on it, and the way I build that is I just got stair stepping all the way up, half slabs in there as well. The half slabs are in the corner, and that is important. The full blocks are on the sides of the center cylinder going up, and the half slabs are in the corner. The water blocks go on the half slab, and it will, with the signs all the way around it. So as you can, here I'll just kind of stop for a second. As you can see right where the sign's at, you kind of come up and there's the sign. This sign holds that water from washing back. But it's on the half slab, so you get pushed up on the half slab, and you just kind of, the water only pushes you about 2 slabs before it stops. So it takes a bit of water to do this, and a lot of signs if you go up very far. And this does go up quite a long ways, because we're going from, you know, fairly close to the bottom of the map to fairly close to the very top of the map. So this does go up a long ways. And it does just keep going around and around. It takes quite a bit of building. You know, I just kept building the shaft all the way up and all the way out. So I'll go ahead and I'll stop talking and then go fast forward real quick. Okay, and there you have it. Basically just a simple method of just kind of step in it, and the water will take you all the way back to the back up here. I wanted to build this mostly for if I'm down there XP grinding out and I run out of food, and I'm like have a sliver of food, of my for food left before I go into starvation. I wanted a method of getting back up that also didn't require any exercise, so I wouldn't need all that food, and get back up to where I have a food source, hence my farm being my food source. So I figured it was only natural to do so. If I run out here real quick and just kind of give you a look-see at the outside. It took me a little bit of work to get that up, but yeah, it just a lot of block and a couple hours of work, and was able to get finished. Now I'll run over here real fast. I made the hole. That's where you go down at, right there. You will fall down that, but the mobs or monsters or anything that might spawn, I hope they don't with all this light around here. But while I was building it, I noticed there was a zombie, or not a zombie, but a skeleton standing on my tracks over there. So I guess it's still possible that one could wander, somehow make it in here. So I made it so that way they would wash out over to here and just kind of peek over the edge there, and that would be their drop down to their death down there someplace. So but you will naturally just stop and wash out and come to a complete stop here and fall down there. You could go ahead and put a roof over this and encap it in. I decided not to. Kind of was running low on block and didn't really see the need to do it. But anyway, there's my little elevator and the fall. Whee! Anyhow, got any questions on how to build this or work on it? Feel free to leave a message, post, tell me what you think, rate it, have fun. But yeah, just figured now you can go AFK and go back to the farm. Anyway, well, thanks for watching.